The fact that I've got my bowl again today probably tells you just one thing. We've got a little harvest to come. We've been picking quite a few bits and bobs over the last few weeks. As you will have seen in previous videos, we've had lots and lots of salads, various type of plants that we've grown just for leaves. We've had a few carrots, some potatoes quite recently. But now we're ready to get some peas. And they're not peas for shelling, just to get the little peas in those pods. These are sugar snap peas, where you basically eat the whole thing. And I noticed the other day there was 1 or 2 pods that were starting to thicken up a little bit. And you don't want to pick them when they're completely flat. You need them to swell up a little bit first, but not too much. I'll show you the ones that I'm picking, and that'll give you some idea of when it's best to pick these peas. Because if you pick them at a certain time, they're at the sweetest and most tender. So let's take us a bowl and go and get a few sugar snap peas for the first time this season. We've got a couple of places that we're growing sugar snap peas this year, and this is one of them, and then we've got one down in Container Garden. But for now, we'll see what we've got on here. And if you look at these ones, they're just starting to thicken up. That's exactly when you need to be picking them. So we just pull them off, pop them in his bowl. That one is too thin. You'll notice sometimes if you hold them up to the light, you'll be able to see through them. And you can see it's got tiny little indentations in it. That's the peas just forming. They need to get a little bit of width on them, like this first. And there's another one. So if we can just get a few off of this plant today, that'll be good enough for a meal. And always pick them as soon as they come ready. If you don't pick them when they're ready, this plant could stop trying to produce flowers, which means you won't get any more. So leave all your flat ones, they're fine. But have a really good search around your plant, because they're very good at hiding these pods as well. That one's not far off, not quite. You're probably going to have to take a couple of runs at this if you're growing these type of peas, because you'll always miss some. There's one right there on the other side at netting. See if I can pull that through. Perfect. I think we'd better check the other side out once we're finished looking here as well. That one will do. Definitely that one. Let's check if there's any right back here. We've got a few, but I'm sure there's a few more to come. There's not too many plants around back here. That one's not too bad. We'll take that one. And I'll take that one as well. I think that's about it for here. I'll have a little check later just in case. But we've got some growing in Container Garden as well. So we'll have a quick look down there. We might also have some French beans ready. We'll just have a quick check. We definitely have got some French beans. That's a perfect picking size for these. So they're coming off for a start. It'll encourage this plant to grow more, just like with those peas. And again, they're very good at hiding. One right over there. And these plants don't do bad, considering they're a dwarf variety. I'll let those grow on a little bit more. But we have got a couple more just there, and they're a good size. Brilliant. There's another one there as well, that's even bigger. We've also got cherry tomato plants in here as well, dwarf ones, which is really good because these bean plants are going to start and expel nitrogen into that compost, and those tomato plants can feed off it and grow even better. I think there's another one just there. Really hard to see sometimes. For a start, that's not bad. And we've got them all raised up in this brick area to keep those slugs off those leaves, and that seems to be working really well. We've got some cherry tomatoes on way as well. So it looks like we're going to get quite a few harvests from this container over the next couple of months. And this is a second planter with sugar snap peas in. And I can see that there is a few on here that need to come off. That's brilliant. That's a nice size one. They're a bit easier to see on this. It's not as densely planted. See, that one's not very long, but it's nice and thick, so it's still perfect. But we've had a few more off that. And I'm going to take that one as well. That's not a bad size. It looks like these container onions are starting to fall over now, which means they're done. So we might as well take these while we're here. They're not going to grow any more than that. But they're only spring onions. And look at the size of those. Really nice little onions, those. So when they're ready, we take them out. Another nice one. There is a very big one. And that's how you tell they're ready. The tops have gone over. And that'll do for a nice little harvest today. And it looks like we've got a good amount of spinach ready as well. We only pick these as baby leaves. Jenny does like her smoothies, so we'll pick her some leaves while we're here. And as always, they'll grow back again. We're best to take these early anyway, because spinach will bolt as soon as it gets really hot, which it is this week. And that's why this is just sat in this tray against the fence out at the sun. Looks like I'd better take a few from here as well. Starting to get a little bit long. Little gem leaves. Take the biggest, leave them to grow on, cut and come again salads. I'll just take those big ones off there. We'll leave the rest alone. We've still got plenty more to go at. I need to get some of these new seedlings put out at some point this week. Some are suffering a little bit at the moment, but we have still got some really decent ones. And a few more behind as well. I think it's time to sow some more seeds this week. And we better repot that parsley as well. I think for today that'll do. I'm quite pleased that we've got some more of these onions, spring onions, that we've let grow bigger than normal. They're brilliant for us to chuck into a salads, or even chop up for sandwiches. But we've got a nice little harvest of that spinach and a couple of extra salad leaves. But as we go through season, every week there's going to be something new to harvest. So we're going to get more and more variety as those days go by. And today is one of those days. We've just took his first harvest of dwarf French beans and a nice handful of those sugar snap peas. And that's the start of many more to come, and we know that. And as we're taking harvest like this, all those other plants around us are continuing to grow, and soon we're going to be getting handfuls of red, ripe cherry tomatoes, along with cucumbers and courgettes to add to these harvests. And that's definitely every reason I need to keep doing what I do. If you're new to the channel and you want to see how we do in all these greenhouses and in that container garden, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'm starting to melt, so I'm out of here.